starting point.
That
Or
would
I
be
can
great.
actually, we can dig in and try to repeat one or two chords that you're not familiar with, or maybe transitioning between a few. It's up to you.
I'm not actually that good, but
Well, that's the point, is we'll work on it.
yeah, except I'm going to be looking at this over and over again, so this is going to be, it's going to get a lot of views, especially by me.
Well, let's see if I can think of another example of... Okay, here's a good variation. This chord shape right here, this minor, I believe this is a B minor, I think, which is really just the E chord, the open, or the E major, which is your E minor that you were playing, but with that added one right there. So that's a reason to maybe alternate from playing the E minor with your first finger that way. I do that once in a while, but most of the time I land, like if I'm just jamming, I land on it right here in case I want to turn it major for a little bit of a...
I see.
Some songs it sounds alright if you resolve the minor that way. So I guess there's different reasoning for playing. It's like playing the A chord this way, or I don't even know how I think you played it this way.
I probably played it wrong at any
Oh no,
rate.
there's no wrong as long as
in a row.
you're holding it 3 in a row. So
Yeah.
it's it's just whatever's easier for transitioning to the next thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, who's to say there's a right or wrong way to really do it? Some guitarists hold down the F string with their thumb, which seems crazy to me. It doesn't feel natural,
No,
but
that
it kind of works. You hang on to it with this part of it right there. But so this shape can be played if you play it with these fingers. Like I never play this one down here like this, because what am I going to do with this over here? So this one always ends up being that, but that same shape is repeatable. If you lay the bar down, the bar ends up acting like that fret. So if you can actually get the constant pressure all the way across here and still finger these and without your wrist giving up on you, you can walk down to the next chords. This was another basic chord song that I used. Let's see. I was a highwayman, along the coast roads I did ride, a sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my tread. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I'm still alive. And then it just repeats for the next 3 guys' verses, I think.
I love that song. I played on piano.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home with this, and I'm going to see if we can play together.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So you know that song, right?
I do, yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I don't
yeah.
think anybody else I've played that for knows who that is, and I have to
Really?
explain that like
Oh,
all
no shit.
4 of those guys
Willie
traded
Nelson,
verses
yep.
and everything. I
Yeah.
was like, come on.
That's one of my husband's favorite songs, so I thought, I'll learn how to play it. I don't know if I play it in the right key.
Well, you know,
compared
it's
to this.
the same thing. It's like if you use that capo, you could pretty much do it anywhere, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
this shape right here,
Okay.
which I don't even, that's a B minor chord, but then up 2 frets, so I can't do my music theory. But that shape right there, and then down to an A next, right there. I should play these too. Right there, which is the hardest one to hold down. The A, which you know. G. And then it repeats again.
Yeah. If you would be so kind, I I would love it if you play it, and then
Sure.
I can see if I can play it with
Oh
my.
boy,
the
I
chord
wonder
that
if
I have. That would be just such a trip.
I wonder if I can remember all the words. Let's see. I don't know.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That was one of the first ones I picked where I just decided that I had to get another bar chord in there and keep doing it over and over. And
Okay.
even now I can feel that I've been doing pinball for 2 weeks and I haven't been stretching and playing guitar enough.
Yeah, if you need to quit, that's okay.
Oh no, it's
That's
fine. I just gotta stretch and take a drink
are-
of water.
Okay, two things.
Hmm.
I first of all, is it okay if I put this on YouTube as in public, or would you rather I just do it private?
I can't imagine it would matter too much if too many people saw it.
It would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because
you're
I
gonna,
think you are wonderful.
I've kind of got kind of morning bedhead when I wake up with.
No, you look like Hunk. You're good. But I wouldn't want to put something on that you didn't want me to put on. But I think you're really
I
good.
think it's obvious that we're just being casual and I'm
Yeah.
just showing you a few chords, so it's not like I'm trying to be super serious or performing. And I don't think anybody's gonna look it up and be like, here, see, look how disorganized and
Well, I don't know.
care.
People, I have a disclaimer on all mine. I'll tell you. I play by ear on the piano, and so I figure out a song and I practice it for like 15 minutes or
Mhm.
something, and then I record it so that I won't forget how I played it, how the chords went. And I've had, mostly good comments, but a few people were like, that's not how you do it, and you're not holding your fingers right, and blah blah blah. I thought,
Yeah.
what do you people want? This is free. And now I put a disclaimer so nobody
Yeah.
can say anything. And I was like, okay, I play by ear and I don't know proper methodology, and
Right.
hire yourself a teacher if you want to know how to play it.
There you go. So
You
just
know.
say you met me and that you know that I play by ear pretty much as well, and that
Oh,
we're just
man.
trying to figure out a few chords together. And as long as you say that it was like a casual guitar lesson and not a serious performance,
Yeah.
say that you'll keep pressuring this guy and maybe he'll play out sometime. That's-
Yeah. That sounds good. So would you like me to put a disclaimer on yours?
Yeah, just something like that.
Something like
just
that.
say that like this guy isn't prepared to play out right now, but I might make him someday.
I beg to differ. I just think you're great. And the other thing I wanted to say, and I know we're running out of time here, but the Highwayman, do you believe in reincarnation? Because I do. Isn't
Not
that
sure what I believe in right now.
that's basically what it's talking about,
Right,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not. I guess I should say my mind isn't made up.
Yeah. Do you like to read, or do you not have time for reading? Probably not.
I'm in the middle of this from the 70s. That's the second book, but I finished the first one maybe a few months ago, and like slowly made my way through it over the course of 6 months. So
Okay, and I'm guessing this is fiction?
sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh, sci-fi. That's
Yeah.
cool.
But-
I got a lot of nonfiction books in my. I have a library. Did I ever show you?
No.
mine? Oh, I have an entire entire room full of bookcases full of
Oh my
books.
gosh,
So
I'd probably love to come borrow a few then.
it's fun.
Awesome.
Oh no, you come and have one,
Okay.
or two, or three, or 10.
Okay.
I need to start letting go a little bit. But I've got a whole section on new wave, mediums and reincarnation.
Okay,
and
awesome.
everything.
Yeah, I really am interested in all sorts of supernatural and occult and religions and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I have a whole bookcase is on nothing but it starts out with angels and Bible and blah, and then it gets down to the occult and.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, I'm super into that stuff. I wish I was a bit more scholastically capable, maybe is the word. But I went back to college like almost twice. I wanted to do something like anthropology or really specifically I wanted to do LiDAR, like fly over places with the ground penetrating radar and stuff and
Oh, wow.
do
Okay.
mapping and study the cultures of the areas, but I don't know. Just didn't seem to work out.
Yeah.
School and I didn't get along.
No, I don't know if it would. I never went to college, so I don't know. But anyway, okay, so we got like a couple more
I was gonna
minutes
say,
here.
as far as goals for the future, I would say that you should try to add 2 chords to your repertoire
Okay.
that you are uncomfortable or scared of.
Uh-huh.
The F is just the hardest thing on its own. So any bar chord like that, that's the one chord within the series that you have to bump up a little bit. Otherwise, most of the major chords are right within those first two frets.
When I go to try and teach myself a song, I change the key so that I don't have to do the F chord.
There we go.
It's
yeah.
like, I mean, but that's not the right way to do things. I know, you know.
At the same time, I still changed a few of them that I couldn't play in one key or another.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, there is even a song recently that took me a year to play the actual chords that the people do because, I mean, I was convinced that you just couldn't do this, and I still can't do it every time.
I might not be able to. What chord is that?
I don't even know.
Oh.
Who knows?
Okay.
And I think you're even supposed to leave that one ring somehow. I can't get it, so I just played it. I just put it right there and got it over with.
Whatever works.
But I think the actual chord progression was something jazzy like this, like. And I just played.
Okay.
Instead of. So many different variations, and I just wanted to make it work. And these are like Pachelbel and everything else, just 4 chords. So many people just use variations of these 4 chords. There are so many songs that are just the 4 chords. If you look on YouTube actually and just type in 4 chords, I'm sure a bunch of covers will show up where everybody just keeps playing 4 chords, but changes what song they're singing to the 4 chords, and it all fits somehow, and it's like all of the songs you heard in the 90s on the radio, or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could you show me slowly, like for the dance, the two ways that you strum? Maybe your 2 favorite ways to strum.
Like strumming patterns?
Strumming patterns, yeah.
Let's see. And I do something where I stop and I catch the strings for a beat, and that's me kind of trying to mimic the sound of the drum beat, basically.
Okay.
But that's by habit.
Okay, can you show me well, I can, and what I do with these videos is I go slow it down to like 50% or something. Could you slow it down now and then I'll slow it down even more?
Sure. So, I guess if I don't do the stopping thing, I'll take that technique out of it. One of the main strumming patterns that I do a lot, and I also can't break away from, it seems, is this one. Down, down, up, down. I think you even said that. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And it, for whatever pattern that you're in, too, like. Little variations depending on which chords you're changing to, but as long as you pretty much within 2 beats come back to your main pattern, I usually pick a pattern for the song and stick with it because it's just you and your guitar, and why try and make it more complicated than it is? You don't have the other instruments with you, so why try to put a drum beat in there like I try to do? I try to do everything at once.
Well, like that guy that you were, it was like a one-man band, but I mean.
That's the advantage of being able to record multiple layers.
Very cool.